Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and Marc Fogel, who has been in captivity in Russia for over 3 years, is finally coming home, all thanks to President Trump's work, and just listen to what he has to say about our new administration. Let's dive in.
Everybody knows Mark. He's become a very famous guy. He's a very happy guy tonight, so it's just a real honor, an honor to have you at the White House.
I feel like the luckiest man on earth right now. And I want you to know that I am not a hero in this at all. And President Trump is a hero. These men that came from the diplomatic service are heroes. The senators and representatives that passed legislation in my honor to get me home are the heroes. I am in awe of what they all did. My family has been a force. I think my 95-year-old mother is probably the most dynamic 95-year-old on earth right now. And I am so indebted to so many people. I think I remember a Churchill quote that he said when the RAF was fighting the Luftwaffe, and he said that never have so many owed so much to so few. And I put myself, fortunately and unfortunately, into that category, and I said, never has one owed so much to so many. That this superorganism of people that came to my support and the love that I was given sustained me for 3.5 years in a prison that had me in hospitals for more than 100 days. I was given more than 400 injections in that time. And knowing I had the support of my fellow Pennsylvanians, my family, my friends, it was so overwhelming that it brought me to my knees and it brought me to tears, but it was my energy, it was my being that kept me going that whole time, and I will forever be indebted to President Trump, to Steve over there. What a dynamic man this guy is.
That's true.
When I met him, the energy, the can-do attitude just exudes from his body, and when he smiled at me and introduced me and I got the feel for what has happened, you know, it's not just me, it's everybody. And Secretary Rubio, who met my son a while back, I'm a middle-class school teacher who's now in a dream world.
We're going to show you the Lincoln bedroom in a little while. It's a very special place. Appropriate for tonight, I think. Very appropriate.
And thank you all. And I love our country. And I'm so happy to be back here. And I wish I could articulate it better.
You've done beautifully, and he's got a great mother. And when I saw the mother at a rally, she said, if you win, will you get my son out? And I promised. She's 95 years old. And I said, we'll get him out. And we got him out pretty quickly.
She told me that exact words.
I remember.
And,
she made quite an impression.
And you also did.
Yeah.
And I'm in awe of what you've done. And your team.
It's great to have you back.
Oh.
Gonna have a great life.
400 injections, 100 days in hospitals. I can't imagine that. That's not exactly the Hanoi Hilton, but I can't imagine being a part of the American government under the Biden administration and just letting all this flow by like water under the bridge. Instead of just letting instead of not demanding for Americans to be treated properly throughout the world, Donald Trump came in and within weeks of his inauguration, within a month, has already gotten someone out of Russia who's been detained for, again, 3.5 years. This is a Ronald Reagan kind of moment here, because remember what happened during the Jimmy Carter administration. There was a toppling of the government in Iran, and instead of sending a proper team to extract the people that had been stuck in the U.S. Embassy, uh, Jimmy Carter signed off on a harebrained scheme that ultimately blew up in their faces. And the moment Ronald Reagan won the presidency, Iran said, okay, here are the hostages back. That's the kind of moment that's going on here. I hope ends up happening with the prisoners that are still in Gaza, because he's already drawn another line in the sand, not one of Obama's lines in the sand. I'm talking about a Trump line in the sand. You don't cross those. Okay? We saw that in his first administration, and we're seeing it again. You don't cross Donald Trump unless you've got a really good reason why. That's why so many politicians, even Democrats, are out there supporting Donald Trump. Governor Shapiro of Pennsylvania specifically thanked him. John Fetterman ended up thanking President Trump as well. These are both Pennsylvania Democrats who actually understand what good government looks like. Josh Shapiro literally terrified me as a potential candidate, as a potential VP candidate, because he's got a surprisingly good record for a Democrat, and he was from a swing state, arguably the most important of the swing states. And so this governor fully understands what good politics, what good policy actually looks like. And he's congratulating it, all because Donald Trump's actually good at governing. And this is just amazing. We're not even a month in, and we're already seeing massive results. So when someone tries to tell you in the news, hey, the consumer price index went up 0.5%, well, yeah, that's because Joe Biden did absolutely nothing to stop the bird flu. And because of that, the food supply chains have almost completely broken down. That's why everything's costing more right now. It's kind of hard to undo work, particularly when the last dude in office wasn't working for, well, anyone or any reason. Seriously, we are seeing results in an unprecedented way, and it reflects back on the previous administration, where we just have to look left and look right and go, why did we elect this? Why did this happen? Why did we let a senile old man who should be on his porch, licking his ice cream cone, hanging around with his grandkids, he should not have been president. Just to sum all of that up there. But ultimately, we are seeing good government in motion. Donald Trump knows how to negotiate. He knows how to deal with Russia. And Russia, by the way, and Ukraine are now starting to talk about an actual ceasefire. This means that Russia is hoping that this token of goodwill will start off those talks. Zelensky is being brought to the table mainly because Russia is threatening a major breakthrough on one of the fronts, and they're not pushing any further into Russian territory anymore. Ukraine understands that the gravy train's at an end, and Russia understands that it's time to start de-escalating. It's time to wind down. So ultimately, this is all happening because one man, Donald Trump, told the odds to just go screw off. All right, I am here. I am going to deal with the problems, and I am going to make America great again. And it looks like on a foreign policy scale, he's already ahead of schedule. Folks, this is unprecedented in American history. I do say a Ronald Reagan-style moment, but I don't even think we've seen the best yet. And Reagan was one of our most successful presidents on the world scale. He did have some hiccups here and there, but come on. Trump just brought back a man who has been in captivity for 3 years. And it's more than just Trump, by the way. Marco Rubio got a special shout-out. A fantastic pick for Secretary of State. I am so happy that he got nominated for that. That man is born to be a Secretary of State. And I can say this because I helped work with his campaign back in 2022, and he was just ready to leave the Senate side of politics and move on to the next step. So again, this is what good governing looks like. And I am so thankful that it's here. It's finally happening. I am sorry, Mark, that you had to deal with all of that nonsense over in Russia, but you are back home now. You are in America once again, and you're touching the good old American soil draped in the flag. Sir, welcome home, and thank you to Donald Trump. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one, and until then, y'all have a good one.